G'day everyone, Prep Aussie here. I hope you're all well in whatever part of the world you're watching this video. Today is the 29th of the 10th, 2017, and the time here is 09:11 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time. Okay folks, you might be wondering why I've got this up on the screen. The simple reason is that David Morgan, the gentleman on the right, is actually a watcher of my show, and I've been a very avid follower of David's for a good couple of years now, and I've made no secret of the fact that I initially got into all this via the financial side of things, and you know, the rabbit went down the hole and I kept on going and blah blah blah. But initially it was USA Watchdog and shows like that and the Morgan Report that initially got me into all this. And David and I communicate, not all the time, but every now and again, just to say good day. And between himself, Bill Holter, if you watch USA Watchdog at all, Bill Holter, Rob Kirby, they have a particular way of speaking which is similar to mine, and it's very straightforward and no nonsense. There's no fluff to it. David tells you exactly how things are, and will continue to do so. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because David's mentioned to me that he's got a symposium, or there is a symposium in Melbourne. This one, Precious Metals Symposium. And it's a 2-day event on the 9th and the 10th of November. And David is a keynote speaker at this event. If you know anything at all about what is going on, folks, and you're in Melbourne or Sydney or wherever and you want to get to this thing, I can guarantee you it'll be well worthwhile going down there, because look, as we all know, and don't even have to tell you, but how they've kept this thing going this long is just a mystery to everyone. Nothing's changed. The system's not only broken, it's absolutely destroyed. And we are very soon going to wake up one day and gold's going to be $30,000 an ounce and silver's going to be close behind it. And you won't be able to buy food, all this sort of stuff. What's coming is going to be dire. And if you're not prepared and you're not somewhat clever to at least put even 5% of, I'll say your portfolio, because that's the word everybody uses, but your income into precious metals, then, you shouldn't be watching my show, because I've rabbited on about it for years now. And look, that doesn't mean you have to go and buy gold bars or silver bars or anything like that. Do what I did. I went down to the jewelers and I bought heaps of gold and silver chains. Why? Because they're portable, they're easy to hold. I wear them. You can't steal them off me. Well, you can, but I tell you what, it's going to be one hell of an event for you. My point being is that you just don't, there's other ways around these things. I don't know whether you know this or not, but silver, you can buy silver from the jewelers in chains, at almost 96% clarity. So gold's the same. You can buy 22 carat, 18 carat, 9 carat, you can buy whatever you want. It's up to you, but it's gold. And it's portable and it's easy to obtain. It's not super expensive. And I guess that's my point. Now, I said to David, by the way, I'm not getting paid for this, just in case anybody thinks this is an ad. It's not. I don't get paid for doing this show. And if David wanted to offer me money, I'd laugh at it, really, after everything he's given me over the years. Send money to charity, probably. Look, this is the Morgan Report, and this is David's website. Guys, simply go on it. It's free. You can sign up. And there's also a members login, a members price. It's $100 a year, I think, if that. and it is one of the better ones. You have to start using some common sense here, folks. We are at the cross. We've gone past the crossroads. You now have to start looking at this stuff and saying, okay, well, if I woke up tomorrow morning, or if I went to bed tonight and the stock market started to crash, what would I be holding in my hand tomorrow morning? Because don't forget, this is how this is going to work if we're here in Australia. You're either going to go to bed at night with everything crashing, or you will wake up in the morning and everything has crashed. There will be no difference between the two, because we're here in Australia, we're on the opposite side of the hemisphere. So when the Wall Street market collapses, it will be in our evening, or we will go to bed. We will literally wake up not knowing what the hell's happened. Our world would literally crumble under our feet. So if you can, like I said, get this symposium. I'm actually thinking about trying to get down there because I think it'll be a worthwhile event. And start looking after yourselves and your family and start getting some precious metals, because pretty soon, folks, it ain't going to be plastic, it ain't going to be Bitcoin, it ain't going to be anything else, it's going to be precious metals. And if you haven't got any, you're going to be standing at the end of the queue. That's a bread queue, by the way. Alrighty, that's enough of that. This lady here is a beautiful lady from England, from Melton Mowbray, which is in the Nottinghamshire area, and it's where they make the pork pies in the UK. I don't know if they still make them there, but look, if you say you're from there, you're from pork pie land. That's what everybody knows it as. What I'm going to show you on her videos is 100% undeniable. And I mean that in every regard. You're going to watch this and go, you've got to be kidding. And I'm also going to point out a couple of things while you're watching it so that you know exactly what the problem is. I've downloaded it onto here. Now, she obviously has, this is one switched on cookie, folks. This is not somebody who just sits there taping the sky every day thinking she might get something. This is somebody who knows exactly what they're doing, like Neil Oakley and Seven Spalding. She knows exactly what's coming up. She knows exactly what's going down. It's incredible. Her website is just 100% jam-packed with stuff that will make your jaw drop. And I'm not kidding. So what I'm going to show you right now is a couple of videos that she's got, that she sent me. But let me lay the groundwork for this. This is the beautiful Dales of England. Now, you can obviously see, even looking at that picture, that there's two particular types of light sources here. You got the yellow, which is obvious, and then there's a white one here, which is kind of weird. And then if you actually look even closer, you can actually see the planets sitting there. Now, I've been telling you guys for a while now that cognitive dissonance makes you 100% not realize what's in front of your eyeballs, because your brain is struggling to comprehend the massive changes that are happening in front of your eyes, literally. So let's just look at this. I haven't tested it, and as I said before, I want people to start looking themselves. Look at these. That there is no cloud, folks. I don't even have to test that to tell you that. So let's go back to what I was saying. I'm going to play the video for you now. I'll actually show you the picture first, actually. Sorry, hang on a sec. Okay. Now, sorry, that is the video, sorry. You do not have to be Einstein to work out that this is wrong. How wrong is this? Very. Let's go through this. Whatever this is white. 100% white. Now, if you look closely just above it, you'll see another yellow orb, which is yellow. It is not white. The two, if I brought that circle round to there, it does not even come close to meeting this. So that's something to think about. Why they are not the same. There is a clear line delineation between these two colours. They are not the same. Interestingly, if you look at the cloud, this, and you look at the reflection on the water, what colour is it? It's yellow. Isn't that interesting? But let me play these videos and you'll see what I mean. One thing I wanted to point out, have a look at the rays coming off the sun. Now this thing's down here. These rays are up here going that way. They are not coming from this object here. It's impossible. They couldn't be. They're at a different angle and they're literally at the top of these clouds coming out. The actual lens refraction, or like the refraction off those, they don't bend. They're just straight. So if you follow that down, they're coming in the back of these clouds here. This here is actually sitting in front of these clouds. So it's physically not possible for them to be from that. Just not possible. Oh, it's so hard to get back on this. Hang on. Okay, folks, I'm going to play this one for you. maybe. As I said, you can clearly see that that object is not part of whatever that is up above it. Note how the rays of the sun are going up at an angle away from this object. Look, this thing's down here. It's clearly not even part of this system. Look where the rays are going. Remember, they don't bend. They're straight. So whatever it is that's making this is behind here. This thing here is nowhere near this. It's not even part of that system. Geez, that's good work, eh? Unbelievable. Okay, this is a good one. Goes for a minute and a half, but it's well worth it. And you can clearly see what I was saying. This video tells you that this is a planet on its own. It's not part of whatever's behind the clouds. You can see why people aren't looking for it as well, can't you? Because, you know, if you're just general homebody type person, you're going to see that and think that that's the sun. But it's 100% not. And this is what they're banking on. Jimmy and Joe, homebody, it's a sun. Look, I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you something, right? Point something out to you. That's the object down here. This is yellow. These are yellow. This thing down here is pink. It's now, whatever it is, the actual light has gone out of it because it's being covered up. But you can clearly see that there's another orb here, clearly, which is creating all these sun rays. Okay, 1 second. I think that's the ones that I wanted to show you. Yeah, it is. So look, this is Caz's site. Go on there, be nice to her. She's a lovely lady. Honestly, folks, you're gonna watch this stuff on Earth and just go, you got to be shitting me. It's just incredible. Once again, it's just someone who has picked up a camera or realised we've got a problem, gone outside and just started to film what they know is wrong. It's that simple. Okay, this is a video from 7 Spalding, which was done on the 26th, 3 days ago. As you guys know, I go back away with 7. So it's always good to show some of his stuff. The interesting thing here is that 7 is filming and not even realizing that he's filming an actual planet. And look, this is what I was trying to say. If you look at this, then I'm hoping that now I'm starting to tell you how to see these things, that you're all starting to see them. But let me expand this. See that there? That big circle? If you watch this video, in this whole video, that doesn't go away. Don't worry about this. It's just the lens stuff. You can't see it. You can't really see it on here. Oh yeah, you can. It's up here. Look. But that's it over here now. It's actually moved from over here to here. Look at the size of this thing, folks. Look at it. It's sitting there right in the open sky. This is an unbelievable capture. And look, if I tested it, I'm sure there would be several. I'm pretty sure that's another one there. And there's another one over here as well. But look, that thing doesn't move. Look, it's still there. Every single time 7 films, 7 captures something. And it's exactly the same reason, is because he knows that there's something there now. And here's the other one over here. Look, can you see this one? They are not planets, folks. Sorry, they are not chemtrails or clouds. They are 100% objects. And like I said, if I tested it, it would come back as positive. But I'm trying to get away from the testing so people start looking directly at this. You know, that's the whole idea here. Testing is good and it's relevant, but I can't keep testing everything because then people will stop. You know, you rely on me too much to show you the stuff that's there. And you really need to start looking at what is actually there, breaking this cognitive dissonance. That one there is the one that I pointed out to you. It's still there. It's still there. You can still see it. And the other one is over here. Still there. Hasn't gone away. Amazing video. Good old 7's done it again. And then to prove it to you, here we go, watch this. There's that planet there. Unfortunately, it's not gonna, what I'll do is, hang on a sec. Okay, sorry about that. So here is that object. It's as clear as a bell. Can't miss it. Can everyone see my cursor there? Right in the middle of the screen. Come up here to deception fail. Go down below the A, and there she blows. Okay, so I am going to test this one just to show you what I mean. Okay, I'm going to test this one just to show you what I mean. Okay, this is it here in the middle, bang in the middle of your screen, almost. See it now? Ooh, that didn't work. You still see it though, interestingly enough. Nah, didn't think that'd work too much. And hey presto, there she blows. And if you look behind it, that is even more of a worry. I didn't notice that before. It's got to be a cloud, surely. It's pretty obvious now, isn't it? Very, very obvious. Ta-da! Seven filmed a planet 100%, but didn't know it was there. Or he might have done. I'm not 100% sure, actually. I don't think he knew it was there, put it that way. What is even more of a worry is this thing here. Let's go back and check that out. That is a planet, folks. And in actual fact, it's actually sitting in front of another one, which you can see just behind it, if you look hard enough. So yeah, that was a worthwhile endeavour, wasn't it? Hope you guys can see that at your end. Yeah, look, that's another one. It's actually sitting in front of another one. And I'm pretty sure that's one there as well. And I'm pretty sure this is another one. Yep, sure is. So 7, this was an unbelievable find, mate. There you go. This is how close these things are now. One, 2, 3, and 4. 4 little planets sitting in a row, virtually. Let's go back and have a look at that video, just 1 second. Where were we? Yeah, there is. You can see it now. Now you know it's there. Yeah, you can see it. Look at that. This is why this is is important, because by that I mean this is why it's important that people like Seven and others continue to take up the camera and go outside and film what's going on in the sky, because, you know, I can't do it every day. I can test, I can do all this stuff to show you guys, to verify exactly what's there. Okay, well, this is a bit further on in the video, and I just screenshot it. So I'm going to test it. Let's hope I'm wrong. No, I'm not. It's worse than I thought. It's worse than I thought, actually. Bloody hell, this is a good shot, Seven. Can you guys see what I can see? 1, 2, 3. So you got 1, 2, 3 in the background there, and look at this thing up here, 4. Jesus, excuse my language. There's no way, there's no two ways about that one, folks, or this one, or this one. And there is, I'm starting to think that that is one behind the cloud there, and also this one, but I can't seem to get them out. I spent a few hours on it, I'd be able to, but I haven't got time. And you haven't obviously got time to sit here watch me for an hour or so trying to bring these out a bit better. Let's go down, see what happens. Yay, she blows. One here, definitely one there, definitely another one there. There's one in the background there, and there's one slightly sitting in the front of it, another one on just there. And look at the size of this thing here. There's two there. There's one in front of the other one as well. They're bloody everywhere. Look. Look at that. Jeez. Seven, well done, mate. Just going to take this up because you can see some down here as well. Look, just on the horizon. You know, these are definites. But if you look closely at the horizon, you can see some more just in the horizon. There you go, look. Well, sadly not what we wanted to see. And if you look up here, you can clearly see this one behind the cloud now being brought out. Look. Geez, that's a worry, folks. Really. Like, I hope you all realise just how close these things are getting now. We're running out of time. That's no cloud, and neither are these. All right, on that sad note, we'll move on. That brings me on to the final part of my show and the most worrying. As you know, if you're an avid, not an avid, even if you follow this show occasionally, last year we, and I'm talking about the Nibiru community here, all got excited about a little blip and thought that that was the best thing since sliced bread, you know, that we'd found something that was so far off, but, you know, you could actually tell it was a planet or an object. And this is one thing I wanted to say today, folks. 1 year ago, I used the word object a lot because I didn't 100% know what I was looking at. I don't do that anymore because I can clearly see planets. Or for want of a better term, I can clearly see a system that is in our solar system that is clearly visible most times now. Oh, I'm sorry, there was one other thing I wanted to show you after this, which is from Neil Oakley that I sent around it internally the other night. But this video from Scott from Planet X News, man, this video is just scary as shit, if you don't mind me saying so. As a father with, you know, children and everything else, then obviously I'm trying to debunk this as much as I can, if that makes sense, to try and put some rationale behind the fact that this may not be real and that I've got nothing to worry about, and that the weather that I'm watching every day is just some freak occurrence that's going to pass in a couple of years or a year or 6 months, who knows. But then you get videos like this from Scott, excuse me, that do make you sit up and get a sick feeling in your stomach. I'm going to play this for you now, and then I'm going to test a little bit of it. The whole thing of this is just watch over here. If you haven't seen this video, go and watch this video. Folks, just look at this, right? These, I just want to clarify something here. You're not looking through like a $300 Canon SLR or a Nikon or anything like that. These cameras that these guys use, NASA and that, are 110% state of the art. State of the art. I heard recently that one of the solar, sorry, the IRAS camera cost over $1 billion. $1 billion to make a camera. Think about that. So what Scott's found here on this is just unbelievable, folks. Honestly, it's not a blip. It's not water on the lens. It's not oil stains on the lens. It's not friggin' anything else except for a honking great bloody planet. And while we're watching this, Scott mentions this as well. Have a look at the debris field here. It's just cluttered with shit. Absolutely cluttered. Look, just 100% chock-a-block full of crap. I'll let it play again. Just watch this planet and watch how it rotates as well. And Scott mentions this, which is really important. Okay, folks. Well, what I'm going to do is test an image off this. So just wait a minute. Okay, folks. I'll try and make this as quick as possible. What Scott's captured here is not just one object. See this here? There's another one here, and there's also another one up here. Now, for a long time now, we've believed that there's a massive debris field pushing through, and it's causing the sun to react in all sorts of fashions. Hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, we will have a sort of like a show on Scott's channel highlighting this. So, look, what I've done here, sorry, I'll go back a bit because this is important. This is really important. This is inverted. So you can see these objects that are traveling with this planet. You can also see all the other planets that are traveling with this thing. This is important. Someone said that this was see-through and that was showing the planets behind. This is not see-through. What you're seeing here on the front is actually is with this object. So basically the object you're looking at is behind. The size of this thing is incredible. So these are traveling with this thing, whatever this is. So once again, you can see all these objects. Look at the size of this thing down here. This thing is absolutely massive. Can you see that? Look at it. I'm trying to be as thorough as I can with this testing here because I owe it to Scott to get this right, because this is, you know, the second major find of a couple of weeks, and, you know, love him or hate him, he's doing some unbelievable work, unbelievable. I quite like the guy. He's straightforward and honest to me. That's all I ask for in life. And, you know, as men, that's what it should be. I don't want to listen to bullshit. Neither does Scott. And I like that in a man. So now what I'm going to do is go to the gamma test. Which is obviously not going to show you a lot because everything's dark. So how about I colorize it? No, I wouldn't do it. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's count these objects then. There is a massive one down here. There's obviously one here. There is another one there. You can clearly see if you're looking hard enough. As I said before, don't get up close to the screen, get back from the screen. This thing here is huge. And look, this thing here is just, if that's the sun, and this thing's roughly the same size, if not bigger than the sun, whatever that is. There you go. You can clearly see those there. Well, look, I can anyway. That thing is huge, folks. That one there on its own is almost as big as the sun. This thing's humongous. Jeez. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, folks. Well, what I was doing there was going through the video because, and I recommend that you watch it, like I said, because there's certain times when the actual the sun's flux, just want of a better term, is actually highlighting the objects better or worse. So look, as I said, that's that one. If you look just next to it, there's another one. If you look down here, there's definitely one down here. Look, you can see this one here. Look, the sky, there's another one over here. Look, the sky, for want of a better term, or the universe, is just literally full of this. Between this object here and the sun, look, it's just jam-packed, full of rubbish. Look at the size of this thing. Look at it. Can you see that? Right in the middle of the screen there. Look. That's not that one that I was just showing you, by the way. That's another one, which has been highlighted because of the flux from the sun. That's a better shot of it there. Look. And this one shows you the objects down here. Look. I hope you can see that. If I take it up too high. Also showing you the one that Scott's found. But just look at look at the size of these things, folks. Look at this. It's just incredible. The computer doesn't make these glitches. Scott, absolutely love you, brother, for what you do, mate. Seriously, you stick your neck out there time and time again, and you're proven right time and time again. So kudos to you, mate. Okay, folks, as usual, we're going to end in the Lord's Prayer. If at any other time you think that you need help, then I can guarantee you 100% that when I started this journey, I was a bit of an atheist, but there's been too many things now that have happened that are too spiritual for me to ignore. And the Lord's Prayer is, in my opinion, a gathering prayer. And look, if you don't want to listen to it, that's fine. But can I just ask you one favour? Instead of turning it off, just listen to me say it. Sit there, close your eyes, and just listen to the words. Shut everything else out and listen to the words, because it is truly an awesome prayer, and it gives you just that little bit of light into your heart that we possibly need at this time. So here we go. The Lord's Prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. God bless you all, folks. Prep out.